But when they see you, they're going to go, you're not black ethnic minority. And she went, Nick, who's going to ask me to prove it? They're not going to pull out a Crown Paints colour guide and go, you're not mocha brown, you're not mushroom grey.
And he sent me a picture of a job application he'd filled in for a company called Jolly's, the pet people, basically. And he's deliberately, for his own amusement, filled in, I think he's about 40 odd, this guy, but he's filled in the ridiculous questions that are being asked, and I thought I'd just go through them basically. So this is on an application, this is now on an employment form basically. To which gender identity do you, these are things you've got to fill in basically. To which gender identity do you most identify? And he's put transgender. What is your age? 20 to 29, which isn't. Relationship status, widowed. What's your nationality? Botswana. What's your ethnicity? Pakistani. What's your religion or belief? Jewish. Do you consider yourself to have a disability as defined by the Equality Act 2010? Yes. And then finally, what is your sexual orientation? And he's put lesbian. But those questions have got nothing to do at all with the job or anything else. But those are on one page of the application.
Should be illegal. Should be illegal to ask those questions.
Yeah.
You could argue they're a barrier.
Yeah.
For employment.
Yes.
I don't know how you have the balls to ask people this.
It's true, actually. You're crossing into the privacy of people's
What does any
lives.
of that have to do with me working for you? How do I know you're not going to use that information against me?
Correct.
I'm from Botswana. How do I know that you're from Uganda?
Yes.
And Ugandans hate Botswana, so I don't get a job because of that now. How about that I'm a lesbian, but because lots of lesbians now are gender critical, you won't give me a job in case I'm a gender critical lesbian because you don't know that.
Yes, correct.
This is just a nightmare. I think it's insulting. I never answer any of these questions. I've got a friend of mine. I won't name her.
She's not a Pakistani Jewish transgender lesbian.
Every job, I think I told you this before. Every job she applies for, she ticks lesbian, disabled, and black ethnic minority. Now, technically, she could claim disability. She could claim disabled. She could claim that if she wanted to, but she's not black or Asian, and she's not a lesbian. And she gets every job interview she applies for. Doesn't get every job, but gets every job interview she applies for. And when she first told me this years ago, I said to her, she's been doing this for 10 years. She was ahead of the curve on this shit.
Yeah.
And I said to her, right, they're not going to know you're not a lesbian. But when they see you, they're going to go, you're not black ethnic minority. And she went, Nick, who's going to ask me to prove it?
Yeah.
Who's got the balls to go, you're not dark enough?
Yeah, who's got the balls during the meeting to say, it says here you're a black lesbian, but you don't appear to be black.
Exactly. They're not going to pull out a Crown Paints colour guide and go, you're not mocha brown, you're not mushroom grey. But she says, who's got the balls to challenge me on that? She goes, and if they did, I'd sue them. And it's like, you've got this worked out, aren't you? You're playing the game against them.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think you've hit on an important point there. I hadn't really thought about it. It's a massive invasion of privacy to ask these questions. And also, that information can be used against you. Since when in my career, in your career, has the sexual orientation of an employee been of any business or of any importance to your ability to fulfill the job?
Yeah, shouldn't.
It shouldn't
be.
It's
business.
Yeah.
What's my religion got to do with you?
Correct. Yeah.
And you don't give me the job, or I don't have application.
Yeah.
Is that because I'm a Muslim and your shop opens on Fridays and you think if you employ me, I might want time off to pray?
Yeah.
Is it because I'm a Jew and your shop opens on, the works on a Saturday? Are you scared that I won't be able? We're adding complications to the mix where it should just be on merit.
I think the odds are stacked against Botswanian, Pakistani, Jewish, transgender lesbians, and whether he gets this job or not, I've got no idea.
Can you update us if he gets an interview?
I'll let you.
And is he going to turn up in blackface? In a dress?
Imagine the interviewer of that there, if they actually offer him an interview and they're waiting for him to turn up. What is this character going to look like when he turns up?